y'all, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this really cute mushroom lamp. Yes, this is a lamp. It is lit up. Someone in my group had posted a picture of just the little mushroom and asked how to make it. So that's kind of where I got my idea for this. I hope you like it. Stay tuned. I'll show you how to do it. All right, y'all, let us get started. First off, what you're going to need: a bowl and a cup. These are from, let's flip it over here. These are from Walmart, just this little plastic bowl here and this 26-ounce tumbler. Now, they do have two sizes of these tumblers. I get the little ones for the kids, and I got this big one for this craft. So make sure that you're getting the tall one and not the short one, okay? We're also going to need some paint. For red, I got this Tuscan red. And I just hit my chimes. And for the stem that we're going to make, I got this color's khaki. And I know I can see through the camera lens here that the colors are altering a little bit under these lights. But that's okay. All right, let's get this set up and get some sandpaper. All right, so this is some very fine sandpaper here. You use whatever grit you want, but you don't want it to be really, really coarse, because then it's going to be hard to cover up with your paint, okay? So you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just scuffing it up enough to try to take off just a little bit of that shine and to try to give the paint something to adhere to, okay? Because these are very slick and the paint is not going to stick very well if you don't sand it a little bit. All right, so both of these are sanded, and now we're going to take our paintbrush, and let's start with the bowl here. We're just going to paint the whole thing with that Tuscan red. I much prefer spray paint. If y'all followed me for any length of time, you know that I really do prefer spray paint. But I didn't feel like going to the store and getting red spray paint because I'm out. Anyway, we are going to paint this, and I'm going to put on 2 coats. That's why I prefer spray paint. It's not streaky. But I'm going to put on 2 coats of this red, possibly 3. I'll just have to see. And then for the cup here, we're going to paint that with this khaki, okay? So let me get done painting everything and let it dry, and I'll be back. All right. So you can see here, there's a gnat in here. Oh, my goodness. So we're just painting the cup here, and this is going to be the stem. And I don't really care if there's streaks in this. I think it kind of gives it that more natural look. But I am going to let this dry, and then I will give it a second coat as well. Alrighty, so the paint has mostly dried on this. I think it's dried. You see how I painted my little spots on here? There are some spaces that I need to go back and touch up, but listen, we are getting some terrible thunderstorms, and my power's already gone off a couple times, and I want to get this video done before the power goes off again. So now that we have these painted and our top painted, now we're going to take this wooden piece here, and I got this from, I was getting ready to say McDonald's. Oh my gosh. Hey, if McDonald's sold iced coffee and crafting supplies, you'd never see me again. Anyway, I got this from Walmart, 7 inches by 7 inches. It's one size. So we're going to take this, and then we are going to glue our cup onto it. Now, I am not going to paint this or stain it, because I'm going to be covering it with some stuff here in a minute, and that's sort of like a step that you don't have to take if you don't want to. But here I have these battery-operated 50-count LED wire lights. These came from Walmart as well. And so what we're going to do here, I'm just going to open this up. Okay, and you see that this is sort of like in a circle, and I'm going to try, without unwrapping all of this, just see if I can, and I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's big enough, but this needs to be put on the top of our cup here. Now you see this is at an angle, so I'm thinking if I can just get this wrapped around the top, it shouldn't really slide down. I am going to tack it in place with some hot glue. See, where do the lights start? Okay, the lights start right there. So I'm trying to not make a big mess out of them, because you know these, the longer strands, can make quite a mess. So I'm just going to take it and wrap it around. Like I said, I will tack it down here in a minute with some hot glue. But let me finish wrapping it, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have the lights wrapped around. As you can see right here, I used my glue gun and I glued down the end. Now I'm going to come over here And this is, I got just a spot of red paint right here, so I'm making this the back. And I'm just going to hold this in place, and I'm going to try to just put a blob of glue here to hold it down, like so. Where did my marker go? I was using a marker to help hold it down for the glue to set up, like so. And we're just going to hold that in place until that is hardened. And that way you see the cord is kind of running down here, and then you can take your battery pack and just set it to the back of this once we get everything put together. So you don't have to worry about it it's showing. Okay, so my glue has set up and we have light. So let me tell you what I've got in my head here. So if you glue this down, you're going to have to hide your battery pack. Just lay it to the back of it, okay? That's cool if you want to do that, if you're afraid that this might get hit and might get toppled over. If you don't want to glue this down, then you can have a space to hide your battery pack, and the extra cable, you know, you can just put it up in there and set it down like so. And from the front, you're not going to be able to see it, you know, if you want to do it that way. Whichever way you want to do it. So for this, we're just going to glue the top of the bowl down on here. Now, if you have cats, dogs, and feral children running around that you think might bump this and screw something up, then by all means, I do suggest that you use some E6000 to back this up, okay? Or use E6000 in place of the hot glue. I'm just going to use a whole ton of hot glue here, because I think I'm just going to leave this here in my craft room. Okay. Let's see. I need to charge my batteries. Let's see. I wanted that to be the front. There we go. All right. Now with these types of lights, these are LED lights. I personally have never had a problem with them getting hot and overheating and messing anything up. If that is a concern of yours, then don't use the lights, okay? But I'm going to let this glue set up, go get some more supplies, and I'll be back. Okay, because I am going to make my little lamp so that I can take this off and on. What I'm doing here is I'm just putting the mushroom here in the center, kinda, or you know what, let's see. Yeah, let's keep it in the center. And then I'm going to take this pen, I'm going to trace around the bottom, like so. And that's going to let me know where I need to glue my moss and everything without covering up the center here. Because if you cover up the center with the moss, then your little mushroom ain't going to want to sit down there. Okay, so now where did my moss go? Here it is. This Spanish moss. Why? Because I don't have any of the green stuff, and I kind of like this stuff a little bit better. I don't think I have any of the green left. Let's just spread this out a little bit. And I think this looks kind of better with like the muted colors and everything. All right. So we're going to spread this out. That's why I like to keep scissors here, because this stuff can be kind of hard to work with. Let's see. All right, so I'm just going to start gluing down some of this moss. Like I said, I'm not even going to bother with painting or staining this wooden base here. We're just going to glue her down. Glue her down. All right. Work quickly, woman. Okay, and then I'm just going to continue gluing it all around the circle here. Okay. So now this is glued in, and I'm just taking my scissors. I'm just trying to trim around, you know, just to open up the center so that you can get your little mushroom down in there. And now I'm going to be finding this on the floor like for the next 6 months. This moss, it gets everywhere, believe me. All right, so let's just set that down in there. That looks good. That looks good. Okay. Excuse me. I had some river rocks. Where did they go? They went right here. I got them. I've got them and my little... Let's just glue everything we can find down here. Just to stick that there. Make it look rustic. I need a glue stick. Alright, so glue that down there in my little box of delights here. Okay, now there's some glue. Just plop that down there. The rocks and everything will help to make this base just a little bit heavier. So if it does get bumped, it might stay in place, okay? Now, I do have these little mushrooms here. I got these from Dollar Tree. Aren't they cute? So you get 3 in the pack. So let's take this out and look. See, look, isn't that cute? So I might glue some of these down on there as well. So let's put this back. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I'll glue one of these down there. Okay, we'll just hold that. Oh, they got some kind of like white powdery stuff on there. Oh gosh, Amber, don't let it absorb. All right, so I'm just going to keep gluing stuff around. Okay, so I've got this mushroom glued down. I needed some more batteries for my lights because apparently the batteries in there weren't charged up. So I have this little gnome here, and this little gnome is pretty heavy, so that when you set your mushroom down, we're going to glue him to the top, and he's going to put some weight. There are some letters up here, and I'm thinking I might want to glue just a little bit more of this moss on top to kind of cover that up. I think that might look better than what I'm doing here. I'm not going to use a whole lot, I don't think. Just a little bit. You know what? Let's glue him down directly on top of here. And then we'll glue just a tiny little bit of the moss around him. I think that'll look okay. Right there. I know this is difficult to see. Okay, so I just glued him right there. I'm going to let him sit. And then I'm just going to glue a little bit of moss just right around him. Like so. Can y'all see this? All right, so I'm going to work my way around using just a tiny little bit here and charge my batteries for my light, and I'll be back. Okay, so this is all glued down here. See, I've got just a little bit of moss up here. That looks better. I like the way that looks, okay? So I'm going to touch up some of the spots here. Now this is pretty heavy up top, so like I said, if you want to, you can just glue this mushroom down at the base. And don't worry about having this to put up in there. You do whatever you want to do. But anyway, let me put the batteries in, and I'm going to get a picture for y'all, and that will be that. I hope you liked this video. If you would, please give it a thumbs up. I might cram another one back here. Please give it a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media, the links to all of which will be in the description box down below. And I hope to see y'all next time. Bye.